Introduce yourself, Zoom user. Unmute yourself and reveal who you are. Zoom user, please. Hello, Zoom user. Say hello.
Oh, hey.
Aha. Latifa.
No, it's Ksenia.
Ksenia.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, lovely. You are not my student. You're gonna be my colleague. Come on, we're gonna work together.
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing, Ksenia?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, thank you. Would you mind being on camera?
Uh, I'm still in my bed, so kind of.
It's okay, it's okay, no problems. I understand girls have a little bit of an issue with turning their camera on sometimes. I understand
Yeah,
that.
we do.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
How's the weather there where you are?
It's really cold, about like minus 17 degrees.
Minus 17.
Yeah.
Well, we are in 17 degrees plus and we are calling it cold because it is cold for us.
Oh,
30,
really? Is it?
34 degrees hotter, and still calling it cold, yes. And
Oh,
actually,
wow.
my voice, this is not my natural voice, what you're getting to hear. It's my cold voice. I had a very bad cold, a few days ago. I haven't recovered completely yet.
Oh, that's okay. You sound good.
This is an amazing that we got to see each other there. We met each other there, it's just amazing. So tell me a little bit about how you're running your classes and everything.
I was expecting to hear it from you, actually.
Well, I have my classes here in my hometown. First of all, I teach in-person classes. I'm right now sitting with some 20 odd guys here and girls. And I also teach online. I have students from different parts of India. Some of my students are from other parts of the world as well. For example, in Peru, in Chile, Afghanistan, and other countries.
Oh,
Um,
no.
I don't do much advertisement about my classes, actually. I don't do any advertisement, to be honest. It's just my
What's that?
network. One student who studies with me joins
Mhm.
another, brings another student when he or she likes the class.
That's nice. And where did you learn English?
Well, in India, people learn English at school, but that English is mainly restricted to the uh, traditional grammar, textbook grammar, tense, voice, and narration and stuff. But then communication is something else. You have to rely on extra classes outside your school. We have classes called spoken English classes in India. However, majority of them are scams. They don't really teach you long enough, simply.
Mhm.
So basically, my English was because of my immersion. I knew it that I had to listen to a lot of English if I had to learn. So I spent a lot of hours listening to English, BBC, Voice of America, and so many other things, talking to people. There was a site called Share Talk many years ago. It
Oh,
was,
okay.
do you know anything about Share Talk?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it was not like Tandem. There you could just do voice calls, okay, or text chats. You had to
Mhm.
decide which section you want to be in. You could be either in the text chat section or the voice chat. And you could call people. If they pick up your call, you just start the conversation. It was amazing. It helped me so much get the exposure to people from America, Australia, and everything. It was
Mhm.
so good. How about you?
Okay. Um,
How's been your journey?
well, my parents just sent me to Australia to study,
Ah.
and yeah, I've spent like 3 years there.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, that's basically it. And I didn't like it there, so I moved back to Russia. And I was like, okay, what can I do? I can speak English good. I know some grammar, and that's how my journey started. And also, I have taught um, the um, the methods, how to teach beginners and advanced levels, and yeah, why they different. stuff like that.
Honestly speaking, Ksenia, you're the best English speaking person I have met from Russia. Because those who are from Russia and those who have studied in Russia, they're usually not that good at English, you have to admit, right? Because
Oh,
perhaps Russian is the only language they study. They don't really emphasize the learning of English so much.
yeah, that's true. Learning English isn't really a thing in Russia. It's like our English level is really low here. It's only if you decide to take some extra classes for extra money, but at school, it's like really bad story, you know?
Mhm, mhm. I was hoping to have one-on-one conversation with you on WhatsApp. I was not expecting you here, honestly. I thought
Oh,
it
yeah.
is the girl from Afghanistan or Iran, Latifa. She was there at the party as well.
I'm sorry if I'm distracting you. It's okay. I can listen.
No, not at all. But I would like you there in my pre-intermediate class. Maybe I teach another B1, B2 level class, later, 3 hours from now. And their
Uh,
students are more, I will say, advanced. They can talk to you, they can ask you questions, and respond to your questions as well. These guys have started, they're at the A2 level. So, yeah, it's still a long way for them to have conversations with people who do not speak their first language.
yeah, definitely. All right. So I'm leaving. Have a good class, and
And
I'll.
I hope to see you on WhatsApp and have more conversations one on one and share with you the stuff, and maybe exchange notes.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Bye bye. Take care, Ksenia. It was lovely
Bye.
talking to you.
Thanks.
Bye
Love you too.
bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. So, Inzamam and Rishabh and everybody, let's continue. Actually, I was expecting a different person here, in the class. Somebody else turned up. Hmm. So, guys, what are we studying? Yes. Hmm. The journey was back. The journey was long and boring. The journey was long, and I slept for most of the way. It was very kind of you to drive me to the station. It was very kind of you to drive me to the station so early in the morning. I was very grateful, grateful, and I was very grateful. She wants to say that I appreciated that. I appreciated that. I was very grateful. You know, I needed Muzammil and Rishabh. I won't be able to hear you. I'm taking this off, okay? Can we close the doors? I think the room is warmer when the windows are closed, no? Yesterday, the sunlight was a little hotter than today. Please close the window. Yeah, please close the windows. Yeah, close the windows. You have to press it down first, and then maybe it is a little hard. We need to change the rollers. Okay. I will give you another sentence where you can use the word grateful. Thank you very much for this help. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much for this help. I'm very grateful. धन्यवाद, आप मेरी मदद कर रहे हैं, आप जो हेल्प कर रहे हैं. I'm very grateful. मीन्स हम इस बात को एक्नॉलेज कर रहे हैं. I'm very grateful. Yeah. Some parents believe that the children are always ungrateful. Some parents say this. Children are always ungrateful. They never acknowledge. Acknowledge. Do you know this word? Acknowledge. मानना, एक्सेप्ट करना किसी बात को कि हाँ ऐसा है. They never acknowledge their parents' sacrifice, their parents' contribution. They always have one question: what have you done for me? They only remember the things parents couldn't do. Some children are like that. They have a very bad relation with their parents. They always question their parents. What have you done for me? They don't remember the sacrifices the parents made for them. So they are ungrateful children. I hope I am not one of them. Hmm. Okay, so I was very grateful. Now she writes, it's good to be back at university. It's good to be back at university. I have a lot of work at the moment. I have a lot of work at the moment. At the moment means now, abhi is समय. I have a lot of work. बहुत कुछ है करने के लिए. I have a lot of work at the moment before the exams will start. एग्जाम भी स्टार्ट होने वाले हैं. एग्जाम स्टार्ट होने से पहले अभी बहुत काम है. एग्जाम स्टार्ट होने से पहले अभी again, this sentence is not a simple sentence because we have two subjects and two verbs. One subject verb is I have, and the second one is the exams start. Okay, I have a lot of work at the moment before the exams start. अभी करने के लिए बहुत कुछ है एग्जाम के पहले. तो इंग्लिश में बस सब्जेक्ट वर्ब से ही सारी बातें बताई जाती हैं. देख लीजिए आप लोग. I have a lot of work at the moment before the exams start. I have present simple है. The exams start present simple है बिल्कुल है. तो हालांकि इसका हिंदी जो हम लोग करते हैं वो ऐसे नहीं करते जैसे इंग्लिश लिखा है. हिंदी और इंग्लिश में बस फर्क हो जाता है. हिंदी में बोलते हैं एग्जाम शुरू होने से पहले बहुत काम है अभी करने के लिए. एग्जाम शुरू होने से पहले एग्जाम शुरू होने से पहले अभी बहुत काम करना है. I have a lot of work at the moment before the exams start. Okay. बारात आने वाली है लेकिन बारात आने से पहले भी बहुत सारा काम बाकी है. बहुत सारा काम है करना. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of things to do before the barat comes, arrives. Before the barat comes, before the barat arrives. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of things to do. हम लोग बहुत कुछ करने के लिए हैं. We have a lot of things to do before the barat arrives. बारात आने से पहले बहुत कुछ करना है. गाना सुना है. तुम्हें मेरी जापना बनाने से पहले मुझे बहुत मुझे बहुत सोचना होगा. I think he says मुझे बहुत सोचना होगा. There is a song. I will have to think a lot. I have so many things to think about. I have so many things to think about. बहुत कुछ है मेरे पास सोचने के लिए. मुझे बहुत कुछ सोचना है अभी. I have so many things to think about before I marry you, before I propose to you, right? Hmm. एनीवेज, तो ये बिफोर से आप लोग भी सेंटेंस बना सकते हैं, ऐसे दो दो बातों को जोड़ सकते हैं बिफोर, जैसे यहाँ जोड़ा है। आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क एट द मोमेंट बिफोर द एग्जाम्स स्टार्ट। तो एक चीज होने से पहले दूसरी चीज, तो मान लो बोलना है कि नहाने से पहले हमको कपड़ा धोना है। आई हैव टू आई हैव टू वॉश माई क्लोथ्स बिफोर आई हैव अ बाथ। देख लो, सब्जेक्ट वर्ब चाहिए ना। बिफोर आई हैव अ बाथ, आई हैव अ बाथ। I have to wash my clothes before I have a bath. मम्मी बोली तुम पहले नहा लो। तुमने कहा मम्मी आप पहले नहा लो। नहीं नहीं, हमको कपड़ा धोना है, नहाने से पहले देर लगेगा, तुम जाके नहा लो। I have to wash my clothes. I have to wash the clothes before I have a bath. It will take time. It will. So you go and have a bath first. ऐसा अक्सर होता होगा कि आप मम्मी से कहती हो कि पहले जाके तुम नहा के आओ, हम चले जाएंगे तो आधा घंटा बाथरूम बिजी हो जाएगा। बिकॉज आई हैव टू वॉश द क्लोथ्स बिफोर आई हैव अ बाथ, राइट। एग्जाम शुरू होने से पहले हमको बहुत कुछ करना है। आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स टू डू बिफोर द एग्जाम स्टार्ट। क्लास ज्वाइन करने से पहले एडमिशन लेना पड़ता है। स्टूडेंट्स नीड टू टेक एडमिशन बिफोर दे ज्वाइन द क्लास। तो ये देखिए, बिफोर क्या करता है, दो सब्जेक्ट वर्ब आइडियाज हैं, उसको ज्वाइन कर देता है और कुछ नहीं करता। कल ना सोने से पहले हम एक मूवी देखें। हो गया इंग्लिश, कर लेंगे आप। आई वॉच्ड अ मूवी बिफोर आई स्लेप्ट, बिफोर आई वेंट टू बेड। सोने से पहले देख लिया, ठीक है। बहन अपनी शादी करने से पहले हम बहन की शादी करेंगे। आई विल आई विल मैरी माई सिस्टर ऑफ, आई विल आई विल मैरी माई सिस्टर ऑफ बिफोर आई गेट मैरिड, बिफोर आई गेट मैरिड। आई विल मैरी माई सिस्टर ऑफ बिफोर आई गेट मैरिड। तो अंडरलाइन कर लेना और इसकी प्रैक्टिस कर लेना बिफोर वाले सेंटेंस की। हाइलाइटर क्यों नहीं लाते हैं? have a highlighter so that you know that अच्छा ये पढ़े हम लोग। I have a lot of work at the moment before the exams start. अरे यार जल्दी से कर ले होमवर्क, सर चेक कर इससे पहले जल्दी से कर लो होमवर्क। फिनिश द, सामने दोस्त को बोल रहे हैं जल्दी जल्दी कर ले यार, फिनिश द होमवर्क क्विकली बिफोर सर चेक्स योर कॉपी, योर होमवर्क। I know Duncan has exams too. I know. I know Duncan has exams too. So we can't see each other. So we can't. कुछ पता चला क्या खेल खेला गया है? I know Duncan has exams too. So we can't see each other until the end of June. We are just too busy. Can you see? जब एंगेज होइए, आपको भी गलत मत समझिए, मैं जब भी फीडबैक देता हूँ एकदम प्रिसाइज। आप लोग एंगेज नहीं थे इसलिए मिस कर गए। आप लोग की इंग्लिश खराब नहीं है, बस शाम ये नहीं हो रहे, आप लोग इतना इन्वॉल्व नहीं हो रहे, एंगेज नहीं हो रहे थे। हो गया तो पता चल गया ना, झूठ बोलिए। बढ़िया बढ़िया बात बोल के चल गई मिलने बॉयफ्रेंड से। I know Duncan has exams too, so we can't see each other until the end of. We are just too busy. Busy with the preparation. Busy with the, not busy with the exam. Busy with the preparation for the exam. Exam hasn't started, so they are not busy with the exam. They are busy with the preparation for the exam. We are just too busy. I would love to visit again in the summer holidays with Duncan. I would love to visit again in the summer holidays with Duncan. Thank you again for everything. I would love to visit again in the summer holidays with Duncan. Thank you again for everything. Best wishes, Sally. I would love to visit again in the summer holidays with Duncan. फिर से आएंगे आपके पास. I would love to visit again. I want to visit in the summer holidays with Duncan. Thank you again for everything. Thank you again for everything. Best wishes. अब इससे सिंपल इंग्लिश हो सकती है और आप इससे सीख सकते हैं कि अच्छा इंग्लिश ऐसे बोला जाता है, आसान इंग्लिश ऐसे बोला जाता है। आप हिंदी की इंग्लिश ना बोलने की कोशिश करें कभी, वो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, ठीक है? क्योंकि हिंदी और इंग्लिश अलग अलग भाषाएं हैं। गौर से सुनिएगा, किसी बच्चे ने अगर मी मतलब मुझे याद कर लिया, उसको समझ नहीं आया कि मी होता क्या है एक्चुअली, खाली उनको पता है मी मतलब मुझे होता है, बस इतना बता दिया टीचर ने, तो वो बोलेगा मुझे आइसक्रीम पसंद है, तो वो बोलेगा मी, राइट? मुझे आइसक्रीम चाहिए, फिर बोलेगा मी। आप समझ रहे हैं? चाहिए का इंग्लिश शुड पढ़ लिया है, मी शुड आइसक्रीम, मी शुड, और मी आइसक्रीम शुड, मी आइसक्रीम शुड, मुझे आइसक्रीम चाहिए। तो ऐसे करके क्या इंग्लिश बोली जा पाएगी? आपको ऑब्जर्व करना होगा कि यहाँ क्या हो रहा है। कल के क्लास में कुछ लोगों को बहुत क्रिटिसिज्म झेलना पड़ा इन द नेक्स्ट बैचेस, एंड सम ऑफ देम वर वेरी अपसेट क्योंकि उनका अपना कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत ऊपर था और वो परफॉर्मेंस उनका बहुत नीचे, वो गौर ही नहीं कर सकते बहुत सारी चीज़ों पे, बस हिंदी इंग्लिश जानते हैं, ये हिंदी है तो ये इंग्लिश है, तो वो आगे दूसरे सेंटेंस में कैसे वो ट्रांसलेट होए? अगर आपको एक सेंटेंस के हिंदी के बदले एक सेंटेंस इंग्लिश पता है, या एक इंग्लिश सेंटेंस के बदले एक हिंदी सेंटेंस पता है, तो वो इंग्लिश सेंटेंस के जो वर्ड्स है, जो जानकारी, वो दूसरे सेंटेंस में आप ट्रांसफर नहीं कर पाएंगे क्योंकि आपको उसके फंक्शन का अंदाजा नहीं लग रहा, कौन किस वजह से कैसे साथ है। थैंक यू अगेन फॉर एवरीथिंग। अगर मदद के लिए थैंक यू बोलना चाहेंगे तो कैसे बोलेंगे? फॉर योर हेल्प। किसी कोई आया आपके घर और आप इसलिए उसको थैंक यू बोलना चाहते हैं तो क्या बोलेंगे? थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग। तो इस तरह से आप देख सकते हैं थैंक यू फॉर समथिंग, थैंक यू फॉर समथिंग, और ये समथिंग है आपका आना, आप आए इसके लिए धन्यवाद, थैंक यू फॉर। मैंने आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट किया गाना गा दीजिए और आप गा दिए, थैंक यू फॉर सिंगिंग, राइट? नाउ कंपेयर द टू emails. There are 4 questions here. When did she visit his parents? On the 19th and 20th of April. No, she visited Duncan's parents on the 19th and 20th of April because she is writing this email on the 21st of April. Was it the first time? Was it the first time? It was the, what did she do there? ate the meal Duncan's mother cooked. बाई नहीं हम लिखना चाहेंगे, हम इस तरह से एडजेक्टिव फ्रेज यूज करके बताना चाहेंगे. शी ate the meal Duncan's mother cooked. इस मील को डिस्क्राइब कर देना, कौन सा मील खाई? द मील Duncan's mother cooked. And what else did she do there? She went to the she went for a walk in the countryside and the woods. वुड समझ में आता है आपको? राजगीर जाइए, कई जगह खाली ढेर सारा पेड़ दिखेगा, उस एरिया को क्या कहते हैं? वुड्स. So woods means an area of a lot of trees and a few animals maybe, right? But woods is different from jungles. Jungles and forests have elephants, tigers, lions, animals, right? Giraffes. So that is jungle, forest, right? And woods means you don't see so many different kinds of animals, mainly lots of trees. Okay. Sometimes people don't know that it is woods or it is jungle. They keep saying it is jungle, but it is actually woods. Okay. In English, we have two words, woods and jungles, forests. Did she wait until after the exam to see Duncan? Remember, in the mail, she promised that she would not see Duncan until after the exam. She said, we can't meet each other. We can't see each other until the end of June. Okay. Did she wait? When did she visit Duncan? On the 3rd of, 1st and 2nd of? Next weekend only. Yeah. Interesting. So sometimes people do this. Young boys and girls say good things in front of parents and teachers, and they do completely opposite things. Here, how smartly, maturely she's saying, we understand, we have exams, we are too busy, we can't see each other. But the boyfriend pushed a little, अरे आ जाओ अरे आ जाओ, बना रहे हैं क्या cottage pie, आ जाओ. And अच्छा चलो ठीक है. So this is how life is. Now compare the two emails and you will notice the same ideas are being expressed in different ways. Can you see some differences where the message is the same, but the way the idea is being expressed is different? The first email is informal and the second email is formal, right? So can you notice how the second email is different from the first email? Which parts? The message is the same, but the method is different. One is more formal and the other is informal. Can you show me the comparison? The first thing is in the start, the introduction, the salutation. Salutation. Hi, and dear Mr. and Mrs. Owen. So, which is more informal? Hi is more informal. So, when you are writing informally, then you will write dear Mr. and Mrs. XYZ. No, you will write hi XYZ, the name. And if you want to be a little formal, you can change hi into dear Mr. X, dear Mrs. Y. Can you see some more differences? Go through both the texts and underline those parts where you see the idea is the same, but the way they have been expressed is different. Today you are going to learn formal and informal English, like the introduction of it. The message is the same. The wordings are slightly different. Look at the first line. Do you see the difference? When she writes to her boyfriend, she says, "Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me." But she doesn't say thanks for having me to her boyfriend's parents. She changes. She says, "I would like to thank you so much for having me." It means informal is short or formal is short? Informal is short. Informal is short. Formal is a little long. Thanks for having me. I would like to thank you so much for having me to stay last weekend. Okay? So the message is still the same. In both the sentences, she's thanking the people, but her style is formal and informal. I had a really lovely time, she says to to his parents. And when she talks to her boyfriend, what does she say? It was really great. Do you see the difference again? It was really great. I had a really lovely time. Next. The meal was fantastic. The meal you made was delicious. Right? The meal was fantastic is slightly more informal. The meal was fantastic. And she says it a little more formally. The meal you made was delicious. Can you see some more differences? The journey was so long and boring. So you can play with the spelling in the informal style. So has so many O's to suggest the length. So long and boring. But she did not try that with the formal style. The journey back was long. And do you see another difference? Yes, the way she thanked his parents and the way she thanked him is different. If you can see, she thanked him, "Oh, you're a star for getting up early. You are a for getting up early to drive me to the coach station, to take me to the coach station." And how did she thank his parents? "It was very kind of you to drive me to the station so early in the morning. It was very kind of you." So you will use "it was very kind of you" when you want to sound slightly formal or you want to sound informal. Slightly formal. It was kind of you. It is kind of you. Next. Can you see some more? Can't wait to. And how did she express that idea? Both the sentences show excitement for meeting again. One is informal. Can't wait to see you again. All right. And the ending, lots of love, XXXX. Hugs, 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 hugs. Best wishes. Hmm. So if you are writing slightly formally, you will also choose prefer best wishes. Any problems, anybody? You understand that? The comparison? Good. Time to go back to the unit page. Reading and speaking section. Everybody likes a sandwich. Everybody likes a sandwich. The history of the sandwich. The history of the sandwich. When did you last have a sandwich? When did you last have a sandwich, guys? Anybody? When did you last have a sandwich? Last. She got me. I said, last year. That's a long time ago. No, no, last year I got here. You got me rather. You wanted to fool me and you fooled me. So when you are successful, people
One
say,
month
you
ago.
got me. You got me. It means you were successful in fooling me. You got me. This is spoken English, right? You got me. कोई जोक जोक मारा फंसाने के लिए और आप फंस गए तो आप क्या बोलेंगे? You got me. Hmm. Okay. So what was in it? Was it tell us the detail, the story. It's not very difficult to talk because you know the tense. Hmm.
Sandwich.
Hmm. Hmm. You made sandwich at home. Hmm. What did you put in? No need to say. We put in and the name of the things. सोचो ना, imagine करो ना, natural बात चीज सोचो ना. ये सैंडविच बोलने का क्या जरूरत था? वी पुट इन द सैंडविच, ये बोलने की क्या जरूरत थी? सोचो ना. हिंदी में तुम बोलती होती तो क्या बोलती होती? हम लोग ये डाले वो डाले यही बोलती ना. तो कहाँ से है वो? तुम लोग नेचुरल को अननेचुरल कैसे बनाते हो? हिंदी में सोच के बोलते तो ऐसा नहीं होता. कुछ लोग कहते हैं हिंदी तुम्हारे लिए मुश्किल है. मैं कहता हूँ हिंदी गाइड भी कर सकती है अगर चिपको नहीं हिंदी के वर्ड से. तो बोलो. हम्म. हम्म. Spices. Okay. Okay. Yes. Jeera is cumin seed. Jeera is cumin seeds. Cumin seeds. Jeera. Cumin. CUMIN. धीरे धीरे सीख लीजिए ऐसे एक एक करके, है ना? cumin seeds. जीरा. Okay. When did you last have a sandwich? Hmm. About 2 months
हम्म
ago. Tell us a little bit about it.
आ गया, हम देख लिए. अरे क्लास कर रहे तो बोलिए ना, आ गया, हम देख रहे.
Anything. I gave you sandwich for lunch in the lunch box. What was in it? Mashed potato. Mashed chokha, okay. And tomato sliced, cucumber sliced. No vegetables. You guys don't like vegetables. But then कितना झूठ बोल रही बेटा? कितना झूठ बोल रही बेटा? Tell me the truth, beta. She doesn't like vegetables. She doesn't like Vegetables. She doesn't like vegetables. Right, sweetie? She doesn't like vegetables. And she's lying that she likes vegetables. Ayat, you don't like vegetables. We know children don't like vegetables. Is that true? Ayat says Inaya is lying. Inaya says Ayat is lying. One of them is definitely lying. She English man, she doesn't even drink soups. Okay. Which soup is your favorite? Or you don't like soups at all? No soup. Chicken soup? I know why. The texture of the soup is a little different for some children. Some children don't like the texture of the soup. It is a little sticky, and they don't like it. But soups are very, very healthy. Ask your mom to make a special tomato soup, which will not be sticky. Anybody else? When did you last have a sandwich? Sandwiches are not very popular in this part. Samosas are more popular. We have samosas more frequently. More frequently. We have samosas more frequently, but not sandwiches. Sandwiches are occasional things. Do you often get sandwiches for lunch? Not very often. I had a girl student. She sometimes brought sandwiches from her home. Oh, they were probably the best sandwiches ever. Her mom made really, really good sandwiches. Okay, that was in 2016, 8 years ago. 17. Hmm. Now, anybody else remembers? Normally, the sandwiches we eat have normally the sandwiches we eat यहाँ adjective का काम कर रहा है कौन sandwich वो sandwich जो हम लोग खाते हैं the sandwiches we eat have tomato sliced cucumbers sliced cucumbers and sliced onion rings, right? And sometimes we also have paneer to it, right? And when we add paneer, they are tastier and more expensive. And tomato sauce, that is compulsory. There is no sandwich without tomato sauce. Do you add other sauces as well, like chili? Yeah. My nephew Aryan doesn't like chili sauce at all now. He finds it very spicy, very hot. He says, no chili sauce in my sandwiches. Okay. Now, read the text quickly, everybody. Read the text quickly and find these names. Which names? Hillel the Elder, John Montague, Eliza Leslie, Dagwood Bumstead. Read the text quickly, everybody, and find these names. Some exam is going on, part 1 or part 2 or what? Third semester. Have you finished reading? Who is Hillel the Elder? What's his connection to the sandwich? He was a famous rabbi, R-A-B-I, double B-I, rabbi. Okay, rabbi. A rabbi. A rabbi is a religious leader. But the word rabbi comes from Jewish religion, right? Like my Hindu religion, religious leaders are called pujari, sant. These are the words. Mahatma, sadhu, right? Similarly, there are words for Christian religion, monks, priest, father. These are similar words. And then you have similar words for Christian, Islam religion, Maulvi, Imam, Mufti, Qazi. All right. So now Jews people are not a lot here. We don't see a lot of Jews people. We don't know about their culture so much. But one thing, their religious leaders are called rabbi. Rabbi. Yeah, similar है रब, rabbi. सब कहीं ना कहीं कभी ना कभी साथ थे। भले ही हम लोग उनको खारिज कर देते हैं, जो हिंदू धर्म वाले होते हैं, कहते हैं ना, एक समय था जब सब जगह सब क्या था, खाली सनातन धर्म था। हम लोग उसको रिजेक्ट कर देते हैं, कई लोग मॉडर्न बन के ये सब झूठे मूठे बोलते। लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं इस बात में सच्चाई दिखती है कि बहुत पहले शायद यही रिलीजन सब जगह था, और फिर धीरे 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 और लोग अपने अपने तरीके रास्ते चलते चले गए, जो एक दूसरे से मिले नहीं, और बात चीजें बदलती गई पुराने रिलीजन्स में। बाकी क्रिश्चियनिटी एंड इस्लाम आर क्वाइट न्यू। Yeah, we don't know about Jews so much. We don't know about them so much. How many people know about Jews religion here? In Hindi we call them Yahudi. We call them Yahudi. Okay. Let's leave that topic there. वहीं पे छोड़ के आगे बढ़ जाते हैं. What are we talking about? Hillel the Elder. He was a famous rabbi. It means he was Jew, right? Okay. And what is his connection to the sandwich? He made the first recorded sandwich. वही आदमी पहली बार सैंडविच बनाया, ऐसा हम लोग को पता है। रिकॉर्डेड सैंडविच मतलब समझ रहे हैं कि उस बात की हिस्ट्री में जानकारी है, उसके पहले कोई बनाया होगा तो हम लोग कह नहीं सकते। We don't have historical records. Okay, we have historical records just that famous Rabbi Hillel the Elder made a sandwich. We have historical records that he was the first person to make sandwiches. Next, John Montague. Who's he? An Englishman. He was the Earl. He was the Earl, the fourth Earl of the town called Sandwich. There was a town called Sandwich. And he was the fourth Earl of this town. अब फिर वैसे ही पूछ रहे हैं Earl, तो देखना बेटा, कैपिटल E लिखा है, तो it means Earl was a post. Earl was a capital Earl, B in the middle of the sentence. It's a proper noun. He was the fourth Earl. So earls were counted, the first, the second, the third, the fourth. It was a post, which was passed on to other people, right? So an earl was probably the most important person of the town, maybe the king of the town in a way. I'm not using the word king in that aspect, means as the king is to his kingdom, and earl is to his town. He collects the taxes from the people in the town. So earl, correct. Next. And what is his connection? The dish sandwich. What is his connection? The dish sandwich got its name after him. He was the reason that this dish was called sandwich, because he was the Earl of Sandwich. Sandwich was a town. Sandwich is still a town in England. All right. And because the Earl was the Earl of Sandwich, so this dish was also called sandwich. So the name sandwich is not very old. The name sandwich, the name for this dish, the dish is very old. It was first prepared in the 1st century. Do you agree? This dish was first prepared in the 1st century, about 1st century BC actually. So 2100 years ago. For the first time it was prepared 2100 years ago. And just 200-300 years ago, it got a new name called sandwich. Before that, it was not called sandwich. It was called other things, but not a sandwich. Okay. Yeah. Trenchers. It was called trenchers. It was called majos. Okay. Let's see. And Eliza Leslie. Who's Eliza Leslie? She is an American cookery writer. It means she writes about food and dishes, right? Cooking. She's a cookery writer. Who is a cookery writer? Eliza Leslie is a cookery writer. What is her connection to the sandwich? She was the lady who introduced sandwiches to Americans. Americans didn't know about sandwiches. Americans didn't know about sandwiches. इनको नहीं पता था. Who told them? Eliza Leslie told them. Eliza Leslie was the woman who introduced sandwiches to Americans. Dagwood Bumstead. Who is Dagwood Bumstead? He's an American cartoon character. Cartoon character? Just like Chacha Chaudhary is a cartoon character. Sabu is a cartoon character. He was an American cartoon character. Chacha Chaudhary is an Indian cartoon character, right? Dagwood Bumstead was an American cartoon character. And what is his connection to sandwiches? There is, जो आप हिंदी में बोल रहे हैं इसके नाम पे ऐसे बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में. There is a very, very big sandwich. There is एक बहुत बड़ा सैंडविच होता है. There is a very, very big sandwich. Completely enormous. बहुत बड़ा. All right. And it is called, इसको कहा जाता है, it is called Dagwood sandwiches after this character, Dagwood Bumstead. Got it. So he is also connected to the sandwich. The biggest sandwich in the world, the is called Dagwood sandwich. That is his connection. After his name, right? इसी के नाम पे. After his name, Dagwood Bumstead. Okay. Read the text again, people. All right. Exercise 3. Read the text again and complete the lines. Okay. Let's see what kind of understanding you have developed. Complete the text. Let's read. Read the text and complete the sentences. How many sentences do we have? 8 sentences. Complete them. Complete the sentences, everybody. It's easy. But remember, it's not copy pasting. You need to develop an understanding of what is written and then complete. I'll do one thing. I'll read the text for you, okay? A famous rabbi, Hillel the Elder, made the first recorded sandwich. He mixed some nuts, apples, and spices with some wine and put it between two majos. What are majos? Pieces of flat bread. So this is the story from the 1st century BC. Then the story moves forward to the 6th century, between the 6th and the 16th century, 1,000 years. During this period, people used bread as plates. आज की तरह थाली नहीं थे. Okay. For common people, we are talking about common people. People used bread as plates. They put meat and vegetables onto some bread and ate with their fingers. My Dadaji also did this. My mummy always asked him, take a plate. He would say, I'm okay. My mom didn't like this. She always said, doesn't look good. You sit, we call it a certain sitting, squatting, okay? What is called? A squatting, like this. This sitting style is called a squat, okay? A squat, okay? So he would sit with his bread on his hand like this, no plate. People used bread as plates, and they put meat and vegetables onto some bread and ate with their fingers. For 1,000 years, this was common. These were the first open sandwiches. These were the first open sandwiches. And they called them trenchers. What was the name for these sandwiches? Trenchers. Then the story moves forward to the 18th century. In this century, a very interesting thing happened. The name sandwich first appeared in the 18th century. Understand? The name sandwich first appeared in this century. पहली बार सामने आया ये नाम इस century. An Englishman, John Montague, who was born in 1718 and he died in 1792. Okay, this Englishman, John Montague, comma, इसके बारे में फिर एक्स्ट्रा जानकारी ले लीजिए. The 4th Earl of Sandwich. He was the 4th Earl of Sandwich. He liked to eat and gamble at London's Beef Steak Club. What was his habit? He liked to eat and gamble. He liked to eat and gamble at London's Beef Steak Club. Sometimes he stayed 24 hours at the gaming table. Addicted he was. Sometimes he stayed 24 hours at the gaming table. Just like me. Not 24 hours, but 10 hours, 12 hours. I played carom without food, nothing. I was also addicted. In 2004 and 5, this was my lifestyle. I would leave home at 10 o'clock in the morning and start playing carom board somewhere and continue play until 5 in the evening, 7 hours, and then feel really hungry, but come home, finish my meal and run back to the until 10 o'clock, until 11 o'clock. What? Olympic. Yeah, I actually had the plans that I was going to play carom board as a professional. But then somebody told me that it is not like cricket, that if you're very good at it, then you can have a career. The world champion for two times, Rashmi Kumari from Patna, didn't even have a government job. So when I heard about her, that she was the world champion two times, and the Bihar government did not even offer a government job to her. Her bad story was in the news, and I read about it. Then it broke my heart. And I said, if she has been the world champion twice already, and this is her situation, and I'm only playing in my district, even if I become the national champion, which I was going to become, if I had played, I would have become national champion. That was not a big deal. I was very good at it. So I thought, what would I achieve? Even if I become the national champion, what would I achieve? And because the world champion doesn't have anything. So it just broke my heart. I completely gave up playing. All of a sudden, in one day, I said, there is no point in playing, because I was playing thinking it was my career option. I was playing for 10 hours a day. That was a lot of time. And that continued for many days. I met a lot of people. I participated in a tournament. Unfortunately, it was partners tournament, not one-on-one. And it was the first time we were playing on round pocket carom board. Before that, we only played on the cut pocket. The cut pocket is for entertainment. Tournaments are played on round pocket. Official tournaments are played on round pocket. Yes. So I adapted very quickly. My teacher, my coach, he's an advocate, and he was very impressed that how quickly I adapted my game, because he knew I had always played on a cut pocket thing. But within a month, I adapted my game so well for the round pocket, and I played the tournament. We were playing the defending champions in the quarterfinals. In the semifinals, we were playing them. And unfortunately, my partner lost his confidence. His hand started trembling, and we lost the game, very close game. If we had defeated them, because they were the defending champions, we would have easily won the tournament. Never mind. Yes, there are a lot of stories about carom board, good and bad, where I lost really badly and then came back strongly and defeated the person even better. For example, sometimes what happens when you go and play a new player and you are not familiar with their game, then they're playing on their own, board, a board that they are very familiar with. It's not a new board, okay? Then they have an advantage. So there was a guy called Guddu at Garpe, and I was going to my physics tuition class, and then I saw them playing. I left my tuition, stood there, started playing, and I played okay. And then they saw me playing so well that then they called their best player, Guddu bhai ko bulao, and they called Guddu. He came and he defeated me nil. Okay, 0. I couldn't score any points. I said, one more game. I said, okay. He lost nil next game. I said, no, you can't just leave. So I had that kind of passion for this game. I loved it. There was a boy in my class. He was really good. He said, sir, I win a lot of tournaments. I have a lot of trophies. I said, okay, play, because I was not in touch. I said, we will play one day. I played. He defeated me nil. Okay, he was a champion player, and he just started and finished the game in 2, 3 boards. And I was like out of touch. I said, yeah, good job, good job. He felt very happy, naturally. But I didn't lose heart. I knew that it was just a matter of time. I said, keep playing with me for a few more days. So a few more days, I started getting some points. I said, keep playing. All right. Time came, he lost nil. Okay. And then he didn't come back. That was the worst part. I lost a student because I defeated him. Nil. He took it very personally. I didn't understand that. Perhaps he was young, he was so immature. I lost nil too. It happens. Virat Kohli gets out on 0. So it doesn't mean he's not a good player. He gets out on 0 too. A good bowler, what is his name? Our Bumrah. He has also given 20 runs in an over. It doesn't mean he's not a good bowler. Sometimes things do not go your way. And this is the whole point of sports. Sports help you accept failure in life. Some people find it difficult to handle failure. So when it comes to carom board, I think I'm pretty good, and I was very, very good. And if I start playing, I think I'll still be okay, because my mind works really well, in this game. Okay. So sometimes he stayed 24 hours at the gaming table. अब देखना at लिखा on नहीं लिखा, समझ में आ रहा है मतलब? बता चुका हूं ना? On the table. He stayed 24 hours at the gaming table. He was hungry, but he didn't want to stop gambling. इस sentence की हिंदी करना दोस्तों. He was hungry, but he didn't want to stop gambling. सब लोग समझ रहे हैं ना? उसको भूख लगती थी, लेकिन वो गैम्बलिंग छोड़ नहीं पाता था. He didn't want to stop gambling. वो छोड़ने का मन उसका नहीं रहता था कि जाए हटे. Just like me. I would start to feel hungry by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock every day, because I left home at 10. So 10 to 1 is 3 hours. And I was a young boy, okay, 24 years of age. At the top of that, I was a bodybuilder. So I used to feel hungry. But then I would just, okay, let's play. Continued until 4 or 5 o'clock. And then I would simply surrender. Na bhai, ab nahi. And I had to come home just to eat. Those were very bad days for me. I was totally out of my mind. क्या बोला मैंने? मतलब I was totally out of my mind मतलब पगलाए हुए थे उस समय, और क्या? पगलाए हुए थे हम. कुछ समझ नहीं चल रहा, दिमाग काम नहीं कर रहा था मेरा. I was out of my mind. कौन करता है ऐसा अपने उस उम्र में, जब आपको करियर बनाना हो तो you are playing carom board 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and every day, not just one day, every day, the same thing. और बोले वो आदमी तुम लोगों को इंग्लिश पढ़ा रहा है बैठ के भी. Someone who took life so lightly, so lightly, so carelessly. Yeah, I'm lucky, very lucky in this matter, because a lot of people who do things like this, end up in a very bad situation. Anyways, so he was hungry, but he didn't want to stop gambling. So the chefs from the club, देखो फ्रॉम द क्लब क्या किया? शेफ के बारे में बताया, एडजेक्टिव का काम किया. एडजेक्टिव है नहीं, देखा जाए तो फ्रॉम प्रीपोजिशन है, द आर्टिकल है, क्लब नाउन है, लेकिन पूरा द शेफ्स फ्रॉम द क्लब. कौन से शेफ्स भाई? क्लब के जो शेफ्स, जो क्लब था ना जहां वो खेलता था, लंदन बीफ स्टेक क्लब, वहीं के शेफ्स. द शेफ्स फ्रॉम द क्लब who खाली शेफ्स. मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ शेफ्स बोलने से आपको नहीं समझ आता क्या होता है. शेफ्स मतलब दुनिया के सारे शेफ्स. हु द शेफ्स फ्रॉम द, दूसरे तरीके से बोलेंगे तो बोलेंगे लंदन बीफ स्टेक क्लब शेफ्स. तो आप समझ आएगा कि कैसे आप उन शेफ्स की बात कर रहे हैं, दिमाग में जगह बनेगी. खाली शेफ्स बोलने से आप अगर वो शेफ सोच रहे हैं तो आप गलत सोच रहे हैं. शेफ्स बोलने से आपको क्या फील होना चाहिए? सारे शेफ्स इन जनरल. मैं पूछ रहा हूं हु, तो जवाब दीजिए. द शेफ फ्रॉम द बीफ स्टेक क्लब. द शेफ फ्रॉम द क्लब put some beef between two pieces of bread and he ate while he gambled. After all, he was an important man, right? And he was hungry. So the chefs found a solution. The chefs found a solution. The chefs क्यों बोला मैंने? क्योंकि मैं कोई भी शेफ्स की बात नहीं कर रहा, स्पेसिफिक शेफ्स की बात कर रहा हूं. कौन से शेफ्स आपको पता है, इसलिए मैंने बोला द शेफ्स फाउंड अ सॉल्यूशन. व्हाट वाज द सॉल्यूशन? दे पुट some beef between two pieces of bread. They gave him 2 pieces of bread and some beef between them. Le bhai kha le. And he ate while he gambled. Lazy person. He ate while he gambled. This new meal became very fashionable. This new meal became very fashionable. What became very fashionable? हमेशा सब्जेक्ट दो ही तरीके से पूछते हैं, व्हाट या हु. सब्जेक्ट दो ही चीज होती है, या तो हु या तो व्हाट. हु पुट द बीफ बिटवीन टू स्लाइसेस ऑफ ब्रेड? द शेफ फ्रॉम द क्लब. व्हाट बिकेम वेरी फैशनेबल? तो याद रखना, सब्जेक्ट दो ही तरह के वर्ड्स होते हैं. कौन से? हु या व्हाट. अब वो जवाब लंबा भी हो सकता है, बहुत बड़ा. फिर से सुनना, जवाब एक 6-7 वर्ड का भी हो सकता है, लेकिन वो जवाब होगा किस वर्ड का? हु का, नहीं तो व्हाट का. बस इसके अलावा कोई तीसरी चीज सब्जेक्ट नहीं होती है. देखना, स्विमिंग इज अ गुड एक्सरसाइज. इसका क्वेश्चन क्या है? सब्जेक्ट के लिए क्या क्वेश्चन है? व्हाट इज ए गुड एक्सरसाइज? जवाब है ऑलराइट, द सोल्जर्स सरेंडर्ड. सब्जेक्ट पूछिए. सब्जेक्ट दो ही से पता चलता है. बताओ सब्जेक्ट कौन कौन से वर्ड से पता चलता है? हु और व्हाट से. ऑब्जेक्ट भी हु और व्हाट से ही पता चलता है. They watched a movie. They watched a movie. पूछो क्या देखा उन्होंने? What did they watch? A movie. तो ये ऑब्जेक्ट है. Okay. They beat the boy very badly. They beat the boy. किसको मारा? Who did they beat? Who did they beat? The boy. तो ऑब्जेक्ट और सब्जेक्ट दोनों क्या होते हैं? What या who. खाली ये है कि सब्जेक्ट जो होता है वो वर्ब के पहले होता है, और जो ऑब्जेक्ट होता है वो वर्ब के और बाद होता है. इससे मीनिंग में क्या असर होता है? सब्जेक्ट जो होता है वो वर्ब को परफॉर्म करता है, और जो ऑब्जेक्ट होता है उस पे परफॉर्म किया जाता है. जरा गौर से सुनिएगा. सब्जेक्ट जो होता है वो परफॉर्म करता है वर्ब को, और जो ऑब्जेक्ट होता है वर्ब उस पे परफॉर्म किया जाता है. जैसे दे बीट द बॉय, तो बीट का काम लड़के पे किया गया है ना, तो ऑब्जेक्ट है द बॉय, दे है सब्जेक्ट. बीट का काम दे ने किया. दे बीट द बॉय. करेक्ट. इजी. तो आप इस कहानी को पढ़ें अच्छे से एंड डू एक्सरसाइज 3 अगेन केयरफुली घर पे. वी विल कंटिन्यू टुमारो. ओके, सी यू. बाय बाय एवरीबॉडी.
बाय सर. रिकॉर्डिंग.
बाय.
बाय सर.
बाय बेटा. बाय बाय. 1-2 दिन में, मंडे तक. बुक्स की बात कर रहे हैं ना? हाँ. इसके ठंड लगती है, वो है ना ग्रीन वाला, वो रख लीजिए पैर के नीचे. ओके. स्पेशली उसके लिए मंगवाए हैं. ताकि पैर के नीचे ठंड ना लगे। वो कंफर्टेबल है? हाँ, देखिए देखिए, लाइए लाइए, तो काफी फर्क पड़ता है। देखिए ना, वो क्या है, ये ठंडा है, नहीं है उतना ठंडा। देखिए, इस पे पैर रखिए तो ठीक है। हाँ, तो इसलिए मैं बताता हूँ। आप क्या चाहते हैं? आप चाहे तो पैर ऊपर फोल्ड कर सकते हैं, मेरे क्लास में वो फॉर्मेलिटीज नहीं है। ओके। हम्म। बाय बाय। बाय बाय। बाय
बाय सर।
बाय बाय।
सर रिकॉर्ड रिव्यू काटा हुआ